Alright guys, massive update incoming for ARKNIGHTS ENDFIELD. We finally have official confirmation that the version 1.4 preview program is happening very soon on July 10. We will finally get a preview, a official look at the banners after Mifu and Camille. Normally, version preview would be the first look at the new operators, but thanks to the previous teasers and all the information that's been floating around, we already have a pretty solid picture of who are the two upcoming 6-star characters that are going to be for 1.4. So in this video, we'll go over the release date of version 1.4, both upcoming banners, what we currently know about their kits, their possible roles, and whether they might be worth saving your pulls for. And if you guys want to stay updated on everything ARKNIGHTS ENDFIELD, like the video, subscribe, turn on those notifications. It's been quite a dry last 2 weeks for the end of 1.3, but now heading into 1.4, we should be getting a lot more news, so stay tuned. But alright, now that we have all that out the way, let's not waste any time and get into it. So first thing, let's talk about the version 1.4 release date. Based on the current schedule, version 1.4 is expected to release on July 16, which means we're only about a week away from finally entering the next major update. Before that happens, we'll get the official version preview livestream on July 10, where they expect to reveal all the new content, new events, quality of life changes, story updates, and of course the 2 brand new banners. Now technically, nothing confirmed until the livestream happens, but we know thanks to the previous teaser footage they officially revealed after we got into the 1.3 update, we have a look at both characters and they both look really interesting. Let's start with a breakdown of each character one by one and their release date. So for the Phase 1 banner, the current expectation is that Arcane will be the first featured 6-star operator of version 1.4. Some of you might recognize her before, we've talked about her on the channel. She was previously known as called Lysion, but recently we started seeing Arcane used more often and even inside the game, so that name is now what we have for her. She was the very first new character shown during the teaser footage, which is why many players believe she'll be taking the Phase 1 banner slot. If that ends up being correct, her banner should become available immediately after maintenance ends on July 16. So her coming out first makes the most sense. She was in the trailer first, and we also saw her in the game already with a lot of story presence, and that's the pattern to like to do when releasing brand new characters. Now for what we know on her kit, there's a lot of info floating around, nothing confirmed yet, but from everything we know so far, the common prediction is that Arcane will be a sword operator focused on fast-paced combat. Instead of being a slow heavy hitter, she appears to be fitting more of a agile DPS category. We have quick rotations, frequent field time, and potentially some type of stacking mechanic that wards aggressive gameplay. As for element, that's still up for debate. However, the early info right now is pointing toward her being cryo, or others suggest nature as well. Honestly, either option could make sense. If she ends up being cryo, she could become a viable unit for freeze-oriented teams, crowd control, and future cryo synergy characters, and nature, she could potentially interact with corrosion mechanics and damage over time effects while still providing strong personal damage. Either way, it seems that Arcane will be designed as being more than just a simple DPS character. We know that she's heavily tied to the story, connected to the important faction, and has significant setup throughout recent content. So even if her numbers are completely game-breaking, she could still end up becoming a very important character for many accounts if she also provides support on top of that. So we'll see. Right now we have Arcane set as the first phase character of 1.4, and the good news is we don't have to wait too long, as we'll get confirmation on her banner and also her gameplay in less than a few days. Next up, we got the second phase banner. Honestly, this is probably the character generating the most curiosity right now, because it's the idol type of character, a aesthetic that we haven't seen in the game before. No official name for this character yet, but that'll be revealed pretty soon. But now, thanks to the 1.3 teasers and the footage that they gave us, we know that she exists, and she's expected to become the second feature banner of the version 1.4 update. If the current schedule remains unchanged, she should arrive around August 6th during Phase 2 of 1.4. Now the reason people are so interested in this character because she looks completely different from anything we've seen in Enfield so far. Most of the characters are most likely having a military or tactical designs, this character looks like a full performance theme operator with stage setting, visual effects, and a bright color palette. We have a idol character, the first ever on the way for 1.4. Now, for what we know on her major roles, we have a few theories going around. The first one is that she's some type of support character that will make sense for her being an idol, a support operator, and if that's the case, she could end up being one of the most valuable characters, because a support character always has much more value than a DPS character over the longer term. As we've seen in the game before, damage dealers come and go. Now we have another theory here which suggests that she could be using a microphone-like weapon and some kind of special performance device. If that's true, her attacks could revolve around music effects, stage mechanics, maybe some drone, sound wave, and an entirely new gameplay system that they're going to experiment with just with the idol concept. So that would sound pretty cool. I'm sure they're going to make this character very unique, especially visually, and the good news is we don't have to wait too long because her reveal and gameplay is in a few days. But now the big question is, based on everything we know so far, if these two are the 1.4 banners, who should you save for in the 1.4 update? So that's even the harder question. Arcane looks like a strong long-term investment right now, being a DPS character with flexible gameplay potential. Then we have the idol character, which is leaning more on a supportive oriented character, and we know how supports will age really well in this game. But the thing is, we don't exactly know what she supports yet exactly, so that's why it's a bit harder to say if you should save for either characters. But I'll make a should you save video right after the 1.4 special program, as we'll then get the official details on their kits and gameplay, and maybe even some early info will come out between then. But for now, I would say if you want a fast-paced DPS character, then you would probably want to go for Arcane, and if you want a more supportive oriented character, you could go for the idol. Although the idol, they could throw a curveball at us and make her a DPS as well. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, these are the two biggest characters expected headline version 1.4, Arcane in phase 1 and the idol character in phase 2. And honestly, version 1.4, just from characters alone, is already looking like a very strong update. And of course, we'll get new stuff like between the new banners, we'll get potential new story, new quality of life, new content, special gameplay, and maybe even a teaser or hints of the mode, the roguelike mode that I talked about in a previous video, which is supposed to come out in either 1.5 or 1.6, and that is going to be tied to a brand new character. Let me know down below what are you hoping to see revealed during the version 1.4 special program on July 10. And we have a lot to look forward to, so if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, because more ARKNIGHTS ENDFIELD updates will be on the way very soon. Once we get in 1.4, it's going to be in back-to-back news and updates, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.